First of all, our first guests from Illinois, state of Illinois, Mr. Bill Helrigo and Ms. Lydia Angel-Post. Now, I hand over to you, and please speak about what activities participating students do on your program. Now, please.
英語でいいですか？
はい、英語でいいです。
Okay. You want to start, Lily, or am I starting? Let's see.
Okay, I can start.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lily. I'm from the Center for English as a Second Language. For short, we say CESL. And CESL, it's in Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. So we're going to talk about studying abroad. And one of the most important parts is that adventures are the best way to learn. If you have an adventure, you will always remember it. And we will also talk about our online classes and our in-person classes. Go ahead, Bill.
So there we are. There are 3 of us in our administration. We're a rather small team right now. We're very lean organization. I'm the director, and Lily's the assistant director. We work closely together on pretty much everything. So CESL has existed for more than 50 years. We're one of the oldest centers of our kind in the United States. I think we're the 3rd oldest. We've been around since 1964. So we have quite a great history. We are based at Southern Illinois University in Carbondale, Illinois, in the very southern tip of the state. It's a beautiful campus. We're in a small town. And around us, as you see there, the picture there of Carbondale, that's not a picture of the town of Carbondale. That's a picture of the a place near Carbondale. So around our town is a national forest. And so we have lots of woods, lots of beautiful places to hike and to go boating and to do different things. So we have a very nice, quiet, friendly, small town that our center is in, our university is in, and then we have a beautiful area around our university.
Next, we're going to talk about our online courses at CESL. I'll talk about the advantages, and I'll give you a few examples. So one of the biggest advantages is the price. If you don't have to travel to a different country, you will be saving money on your visa, you will be saving money on your trip, on your rent. So it's a lot cheaper to study abroad online. Another advantage is because the cost is lower, a lot more people can join. So you'll have a lot of diversity, a lot of people from many different places. And nowadays, thanks to technology, we can use software like Zoom. And that Zoom is what we use at CESL. Zoom is very easy to use, and it allows us to recreate the immersion experience online. So in order to show you that, I'm going to show you a video. So let me show you a video of CESL classes online. Okay. So first on the video, this is a very long video, so I'm only going to show a few parts. The first part that I'm going to show you, it's our grammar class. So here you can see how the teachers and the students are interacting, having fun, just as they will on a regular classroom.
Good. No sound.
Okay, next I'm going to show you an example of a listening and speaking class. Because the class is online, we try to do project-based. So for example, in this class, the students didn't have a test. They had to make a video, and we were working on giving instructions. So in this video, they're giving instructions on how to cook something.
I'm sorry, is there supposed to be sound?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear?
No, we couldn't hear, Lily.
Oh, okay. Let me share again.
You have to
Sorry,
share the
I'll go back.
audio too.
All right, let me share again, include computer sound. I apologize, we don't use Microsoft Teams, we use Zoom, so I'm not used to this platform. So let me share again. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. All right, here we go.
From my one of my grammar classes. So we are Cecil.
Your turn.
Miss MC first.
McFalls, that's me, Miss McFalls.
Was likes to teach.
Okay, so that was the grammar class. Now I'm going to show you the cooking video by the students.
Hi everyone, I'm Manu. Today I will make Japanese traditional popular food, okonomiyaki.
Hello, how are you? My name is Amir Agishin. Today I will cook kabsa. Kabsa is a traditional food in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, now I'm going to show you an example of our core class, which is an integrated skills class. In this class, the teacher uses a lot of games as a teaching tool for an online class.
A lot of online platforms to play vocabulary games, to watch videos, and to write collaboratively. Teaching online at CESO made me realize that it doesn't matter where we are, the connection that we build with students is really important.
All right, so that was Tatiana, and now we are going to look at a listening and speaking class. And once again, you can see that the teacher and the students are interacting and playing games on the class.
Several examples to practice from.
Conversations have three parts.
Okay.
I say something, you say something, and I say something back. You are interested, you agree, you disagree, or you're surprised. Okay? Guys, number one, are you ready?
Yeah.
Number one is a book.
Really? Really?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Look, isn't that a book? It looks
Yeah.
like a book. Number 5, remember to react. Number 5 is a car.
What? Oh?
Oh,
Really?
no way.
Really?
You guys are great. Yeah.
Okay, and finally, I'm going to show you an example of a writing class. Here, the student is showing us his paper and talking about the writing class.
Reading your essay. Well, good morning to everyone. My name is Jonathan Abner. I'm from Paraguay. Being honest, this was a tough process for me, but I have learned some good skills, like to paraphrase, how to make citations.
Okay, so I like to finish the video, just showing you that we like have fun.
La 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 la.
All right.
Let me just, can I add a few comments there, Lily?
Okay.
So I want to emphasize that you saw some video of our online classes. We have a long relationship with Tokushima University, and we've had several groups here on site, and hopefully we'll have more groups coming on site later when this COVID thing is over. In the meantime, we have the online instruction. What we try to do for Tokushima students and also for our other students is to give them an experience that they cannot get anywhere else. So when you come here in person, we do as much interactive things as possible. We do activities. We have you meet other people, you live with other people, etc. Online, we try to do some of the same thing as much as we can. It's not the same, but we get close. We have activities, interactive activities in addition to the classes. Sometimes the staff and the faculty will participate in those activities. We have been having one speaker from the community every week so that you're able to meet people you wouldn't meet if you were not studying with us. We also have a Conversation Partners program, which we get students from the university and we match them with you. We match you with one of our students at the university and you meet with them online, 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. And that's another experience you can have, talking with somebody really from here who's not a student in your classroom. And then, of course, the classes have students from all over the world. So in a variety of ways, we want to make your experience or your study time with us a powerful experience so that you don't just learn English with us, but you learn it through developing relationships with us and with other people in your class and also with students at SIU. That's kind of our approach to giving you value for when you study with us.
Do you want to talk about the community engagement
Sure.
program?
Sure. So we have our original, our traditional program is an 8-week intensive English program. And we run that 5 times every year. And that program focuses on academic preparation for our students. Many of our students traditionally have left Cecil and gone to SIU or another university for a degree program to study for a bachelor's degree or a master's degree or a doctorate. And so our curriculum is very academically focused. We prepare students for degree programs. We also, though, have now another program that we call community engagement. This is something like what I was saying. This is very experiential. What we do in the community engagement program is we have the students focus on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We meet with speakers from the community who are working in organizations that work in the area of environment or education or food or women's rights or sustainable development, all of those things. We work with those people, we ask them questions, we develop ideas, and then the students by the end of the program develop their own ideas for how they're going to make a difference in Japan or in their country in an area that they choose. And you can see in the picture here that we have taken students to the Women's Center here. We've taken students to Camp Little Giant. There in the middle is a program for developmentally disabled kids to give them experiences out in the wilderness. And so we had our students work with those kids. We do things with an organization called Green Earth, for example. You can see there. They will clean up natural areas. They'll build paths. They'll build various things in the woods and in the environment. We had our students do some work with them. So when you come here in person, you can actually do some work with some of these organizations. We took students to an animal shelter. They saw an operation on a cat. We did a lot of things. So we try, and online, we try to do the same, not the same things, but similar things, giving you experiences, talking with people, meeting with people, seeing things through the video and asking questions. So this is a really good program. And we have been running it for a couple of years now, and it's been very popular. So this is another option for Tokushima students, depending on the time of the year and when students have time to study with us.
And finally, we also have in-person programs. So after COVID is done, everyone is invited. The advantages of coming in person are, of course, immersion. Immersion means you're going to go to the store, you're going to go to the bank, you're going to get your phone, and in every interaction, you will use English. Besides that, the advantages are similar to the online courses advantages. You're going to make friends from all over the world. You're going to participate in activities like Bill was talking about, online local activities in the community. And one of the advantages of here in Carbondale is that Carbondale is a very affordable city, and we have a local airport, and Cecil will pick you up at the airport, so it's very convenient too.
So I'm going to just add to that, the affordable accommodations part. It's a very low cost of living in Carbondale. So when you come here to study, compared to some places like on the East Coast or West Coast or expensive places in the United States, you can live here very cheaply. We have a residence we use basically across the street from the university, about a 5-minute walk from Cecil. Very low rents, lots of international students, a great experience. It's a great part of your experience when you come here. Also, we have a nearby airport. The airport has flights to St. Louis, to Nashville, and so we ask students to fly there, and then we pick them up when they arrive, and we take them to where they're going to live. So that's all very convenient for students who come here to study with us, and we hope you'll come next year or whenever, hopefully, to come and study with us in person.
And I think that's it. That's all we have.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lily and Bill. 皆さん、イリノイのプログラム、キーワードはコミュニティエンゲージメント、地元の人と、関わると、そして世界と、SDGs というテーマで世界とつながるという、そういうお話分かってくれたと思います。それからビデオでもって実際にどんな活動をするのかっていうのを、見れてよかったですね。これ YouTube で見れるので、後でリンクを、皆さんに紹介したいと思います。I'll post a link to the Cecil video later. All right, then.
If there's anything else we can send you, just let us know. We'll be happy to send it.
ではですね、次の発表者紹介します。3年前に徳島にいた、アレクサンドラさん、それから2年前にいたコリンさん、それから去年ですね、京都大学に留学していた、カテリーナさん、の3人に対して、もう一人、ジャニックさんはゲームが好きで、ファイナルファンタジーとかを通じて日本に大勢の友達を作ったという、オンラインでも友達が作れるよという、そういう、ことを、お話ししてもらいたいと、思います。Okay, then to you.
Okay. So, can someone confirm that you can see my screen?
Yep, we can.
You can see it. Yatta. Okay, so hi everyone. First, we would like to say thank you for welcoming us in your class, but also thank you, Takubo Sensei, for inviting us to talk today. We're not going to present Bishop's University, but I just wanted to show you a cute picture of Bishop's University. This is actually how it looked like yesterday because we had a snowstorm in April. Yeah, it's a cute little university in a small town in Quebec, so it's both English and French. Although the courses are all taught in English, so if ever you have questions about Bishops, don't hesitate to reach to us. And let's start.
はい、はじめまして。私はカテリナです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。私は京都大学1年間勉強しました。その時いろんなことをしました。これは少しずつ写真をあげたけど、尺八をやってみましたと、山伏と歩きましたと、和菓子を作りました。いろんなことをしました。その時、宇治という町に住んでいました。毎日寮から大学まで1時間の電車を乗りました。日本での生活では楽しいことも大変なこともありました。楽しかったことはすごくきれいな街や自然を見られたり、おいしい食べ物を食べられて、日本語で話もできたことです。大変なことは住んでいたところが大学から遠かったことと、日本語をよく間違えたことでした。次のスライド、アレックス、お願いします。
はい。
次の話したいことは、留学するの優劣です。Why did I go to study abroad? Why was it worth it for me? あなたは決まったパターンの考え方や雰囲気、顔の表情による人の反応の受け取り方のパターンを持っているでしょうか。もしあなたが外国に行ったら人の言動を同じ受け取り方はできません。なぜなら文化が違うからです。そしてそれはあなたに新しい人生の価値観を与えてくれるでしょう。そして私は違う文化や留学だから構想できる経験をするために物の見方を変えることが必要です。私の場合、留学前はあまり人と打ち解けることをしませんでしたが、環境が変わり、自分の出すことが求められました。はい、ありがとうございます。
次。
はじめまして。I'm Corinne. Nice to meet you. I studied at Tokushima University and I'm graduating this year from Bishop University. And I'm also applying to JED as an ALT teacher, assistant teacher, because I love Japan and I want to go back. And this is a picture of me when I first came. I was so happy. Japan Psycho. So the hardest thing for me when I left Canada was to leave my family, my cats, and my daily routine because everything changed. I don't wake up at the same time. I don't have my daily habits, and it's very stressful. And also miss the Canadian food. It's not the same food. It's all different. But it's also part of what's really fun. Can you change the slide, please?
Hi.
And then you come to the other country, in my case, Japan, and there's so much to see, so much nice people to meet, and you forget everything. The stress, your fear. You just enjoy meeting new people. You're so excited. It overtakes everything. And then you just go around learning new words, learning new places, meeting new people. And at Tokudai, we had this Halloween party right bottom corner, and everyone was so nice, and we all had a lot of fun carving pumpkins. And the awadori was amazing too. It's just so much noise and excitement, and you meet plenty of people, like not just Japanese, or if you come to Canada, you're not going to meet just Canadian people. You're going to meet every other country that come here and make links everywhere in the world. And that's such a great thing. And then last picture, it's when Misumi Sensei, she brought us to the Odeonza, and I played a tree. Watashi wa ki deshita. Yes. It was super fun. And then again, we made new friends and had a lot of fun. And that's the point of going abroad, I think. It's to have fun and be overwhelmed by all these little aspects of life and the change in your routine. It's really fun. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. So this is my turn. So hi everyone, my name is Alexandra, or you can call me Alex. I also went on exchange as like Corinne to Tokushima University, and I went in 2015, 2016. And just like Katarina and Corinne talked about, I had a very nice experience. There was some challenges here and there, but overall it was really, really great. And when I came back, I finished my degree at Bishop's University, and then I graduated. And now I'm currently doing my master's degree in education. And at the same time, I work. So my work is called International Education Assistant. What my role is that I support Bishop's University students who wants to go on exchange. So for example, people from BU who wants to go to Tokushima University. I also support students from other university who wants to come to Bishop's University on exchange. So for example, if you are ever interested in coming to Bishop's University, you will be in touch with either me or a colleague. And from this summer, I'm going to be also helping with the international students. So the difference between exchange students and international students is that exchange students come for 1 or 2 semesters, while international students come for a whole degree, and they stay here for 3 to 4 years, and they pay fees, and it's very different. But what I wanted to say about that is that because of this role that I have, I meet and talk to people from so many different cultures. I also work with coordinators. I'm in contact with people from all over the world. And I think that because I went on exchange, I really learned how to talk to people from different cultures, because I think Canada and Japan are very different, and the way we speak to each other, for example, and the way we speak to each other in Japan is very different. So I noticed that, and also I made friends from Sweden and from different countries in Africa, and I noticed there's always a difference. So I kind of raised my awareness of about other cultures and about other people, and I also opened my mind, because like it can feel a bit weird because it's different, because you don't know about it, but then you have to be respectful and open to learn about all these cultures, and it's just so rewarding and so fun because you get to meet people and understand them, and it's really, really nice. And then the last point I want to talk about is that it's really important, if you have questions, to not hesitate to ask questions to other people. Like if you want to be more respectful to them, maybe it's better to ask them, is it better if I do it that way, or is it better if I use that way? But also it's important, I think, to not always be asking questions, but also to go on our own and search by ourselves using videos or different media to learn about different cultures, so that we can open our mind and learn more about everyone. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And I have some cute little pictures of me when I was in Tokushima doing my exchange, and I got to experience so many things that I would never have experienced if I had stayed in Canada. And I think that if you go on exchange, you also experience things that you maybe not know that you would like. And for example, I also did karate with Yamaguchi sensei during lunchtime, and I didn't know I would like that. And when I came back, I continued to do karate, and I will continue once we can meet in person again. So thank you. And now it's Yannick's turn.
皆さん、はじめまして、ジャニックと言います。オンラインで、マナ姫と呼ばれます。よろしくお願いします。So I started learning Japanese 4 years ago in Final Fantasy XIV. I've never been to Japan. I've always wanted to go, but it was impossible for me at the time. Through the game, I was able to make friends from everywhere in the world, especially in North America, Europe, and Japan. The picture that you can see right now is my guild. It's a Japanese guild. Many of my friends. If you could switch the slide, please.
Yes.
So the what I learned in the past few years is that you can learn language through online video games by making friends everywhere. And if you join a community of a certain country or of a certain language, then you end up having to learn that language to make friends, to speak with them. But you also get to learn some aspect of that country's culture. And especially online games will have events with players so that you can interact with them and do things. For example, in Final Fantasy, they do concerts and theaters and all sorts of things that I never thought would be possible in an online environment. And I ended up also with some Japanese friends creating a language exchange community, and we would go together, invite as many people interested as possible, and then we would try to speak either French or English or Japanese together. And the native of that language would help the others by basically speaking, but also by helping explain why some way of speaking might be a mistake, or just helping one another in a way that makes it easy and fun to learn languages together. If you could switch the slide again. However, different cultures have different ways of playing games, and I experienced a certain amount of culture shock when I moved to a Japanese server, because it was much quieter than North America to my perspective. In North America, I think it's easier to make friends because people are more casual, and the servers are very, very loud, I guess. People speak all the time. So it's very interesting to consider that the culture, the way people enjoy the games is different depending on the country that they're in. If you could switch the slide again. Another challenge that I experience is that the language used in video games is not what teachers would consider proper. The way that you would express yourself in English while chatting online will have very short abbreviation of words, and they will also do the same thing in Japanese. So when you learn the language that way, you have to keep in mind that the way people are speaking might also not be considered proper outside of the game's environment. But I also find that it gives a way to learn the language in a very meaningful manner, because you end up seeing how people speak in natural rather than just a school environment. You can see some examples of words that I use on a regular basis, pretty much every day, I would say. There's the Japanese words. I don't know if you've seen them used in those ways. And then there's the English chat version and the more proper version. The otter is also the logo of my language exchange community. More about that on the next slide. So Final Fantasy has 4 languages in the international version. There's Japanese, English, German, and French. And thanks to the international aspect of it, people at some point realized that, we have this way, we have this method of interacting with people in countries we could never go to, or not very easily anyway. And with COVID, it became even more important, I think. And so people realized that we could just create these communities of people that are interested in learning languages. And so, to my knowledge, there are 4 main language exchange communities in Final Fantasy. 3 are in Japan, because in Japan you also have other Asian countries that will play there. You also have Australia for English, and 1 is in Europe too. And people started using programs like Discord, which you can see on the picture here, to communicate outside of the game and to share information, because the chat itself would be a little limited, and people do share guides and learning resources that you can find for free online. And the community is growing pretty much every day. We get new members, and people are just very friendly, and they work together to try to get as good as they can while not necessarily having an experience at university. So if you ever get to a point where you want to practice English and you find it difficult to find people who speak that language natively and fluently, I would really suggest that you consider, if possible, look online. There's so many resources and so many groups of people that really want to learn Japanese and would be very happy to help you learn English. I think that's all I had to say for tonight.
Thank you very much, Yannick, and thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, Katerina, and thank you, Corinne. 皆さん、面白いですね。ゲームの世界でも、国ごとにやはり交流サイトでは文化の違いを感じたりっていうことがあるっていうお話してました。それからカテリーナさん、日本人から見ると北米の人っていうのは積極的だと思うけど、カテリーナさんもなんかシャイだったんだけど、日本に来てからすごくアクティブになりましたっていうことを言ってました。多分皆さんも留学すれば同じ経験すると思います。ではですね、この後グループごとのブレイクアウトルームで今聞いてもらった南イリノイ大学の先生、それからビショップス大学の学生さんたちの話を聞いて、オンラインでできることがあるんじゃないか、それから実際に自分が行って関わりたいこと、どんなことをやりたい、どんな目的で、そういうことを話してほしいと思います。それからですね、後でリンク載せておきますけど、もっと質問したい人、ちょっと質問時間がね、なくなってきたので、もっと質問したい人、特にビショップスの学生さんたちに質問したい人はですね、水曜の朝にZoom の交流会やってますので、後で学ばにその交流会のサインイン情報を載せておきますので、水曜の朝質問してください。来週もやります。はい、では山口先生、以上です。
今少し話したいという人は残ってもらって、話をしてもらってもいいと思います。別にブレイクアウトセッションに行って、成績つけるというわけでもないので、まだここで喋りたいわっていう人は残ってもらったらいいと思います。別にそれで残った方が点数がいいとか、あっち行ったら点数落ちるとか、そういうことは特にないですので、ただ残る以上は何か喋るようにということでいいでしょうか。で、ブレイクアウトルーム、チャンネルに行くという人は、行ってください。これで、いや、ちょっと話、もうちょっと聞きたいわとか、ちょっと喋りたいわっていう人は残ってもらうということで。タコさん、それでいいですかね。
はいはい、お願いします。
じゃあ、そうしましょう。